welcome to another episode of Duels. Today I'm on the PvP Legacy server again, and we're just going to talk about some stuff, particularly armor stands, and how and why I absolutely hate them. They are horrible. Have you ever been on a server with, like, custom armor stands and shit? Horrible. This guy's just a coward. So anyway, custom armor stands, they're kinda trash already, but you know what's even more trash? And I'll tell you a horror story of my experiences with armor stands. Because, aw man, is it scary, and why you shouldn't mess with commands and armor stands. Because this took, like, an entire day of my life, and nothing even happened. Nothing came of it. And it was just absolutely horrible. Though anyway, I'll actually get into the story now that I've done like this long, meaningless intro for it. Basically saying that armor stands are trash. So, on a SMP server I play in, there's a sitting command. You know, you just right-click on a chair and you just kind of sit. You know, or you right-click on some stairs or a slab and then it just puts you in sitting mode. Basically, what this does is it spawns an armor stand underneath you that you sit on because it's like riding a horse or something. You're mounting it. And so basically, an armor stand spawns inside of the ground, inside of this chair, and it's invisible, it's invulnerable, it's undeletable, alright? Because this is, like, hard-coded in the plugin, right? And the reason why, you know, normally this works completely fine, and you don't need to spend 15 hours of your life, like, doing anything to, you know, fix it. But this was a special occasion. 4 people were sitting down at the same time, because we have like a little diner thing that I had. I wasn't sitting down, but like 3 other people were. And that's where the problem begins. These 3 people were sitting down, and a server restart hits us. None of us noticed that the armor stands didn't despawn after we were done sitting, because it considered us still in the chair as this restart happened. I didn't reload my crossbow. And basically, I wanted to move the chairs. I wanted to, you know, make them look nicer or something. And then I couldn't place them back! And now I had no chairs! And then I tried to see what the problem was. And I just made a hole in the ground! And already I'm like, okay, what is this? I need to fix this. And so, I look up how to kill an invisible armor stand. And there's like 50 Google searches for different commands. It's annoying and dumb and stupid. There's /kill @E armor stand with brackets, curly brackets, using an exclamation point. Not even using an @E, using commas, and I don't even know what to do. I'm not into commands. I'm not a server owner. Someone else is. I'm not the owner of, like, a survival server. I just play on them. And so, I was just dumbfounded. And I had somehow gotten permission to Well, this is a special kind of garbage, I guess. Though anyway, I had up for the specific reason of just, oh yeah, let's just delete some armor stands. It will be nothing. It's fine. What if I just got rid of the entire reason of having these elytra? I'll try that out next round. Though anyway, it was just you know, deleting some armor stands. I'll only be opt for a little bit. It's fine. You know, nothing will happen. And then I can't delete them. Even with the server plugin that makes you sit down, I can't delete them. I spend 30 minutes to first do a CMI armor stand thing, and it sends out a book, and it's the wrong armor stands. It's one that's like floating, and not even the ones I'm talking about. Alright. And then, after I look through, like, every plugin that is in this server that has to do with anything to do with armor stands, I was combing through hours of YouTube content and looking through tons of Reddit posts that were like 5 years old on r/Minecraft subreddit, dude. And this was just I was not able to find a single kill armor stand command that worked. I even had the owner of the server come in, and he did a rollback, and they were still there. And then what happened is we decided to go all out. We deleted every armor stand that was in the server, and you know what was still there? The fucking armor stands! They were there! I swear! Ghosts were haunting this. Ghosts were floating, blocking my placing. The only way we were able to place blocks was using World Edit. And we weren't even able to fully do that. Because you know what happened? We can't right-click using the wand next to them. Because they're in the way. So it was just pain. And we go through all of these complex, like, we placed multiple command blocks trying to figure out what in God's name is wrong with these armor stands. And you know the worst part? This is the worst of all of it. The thing that makes me insane. The thing that drove me crazy that day. After just using pistons, we put seats back where they were, you know, advanced redstone. Because, you know, we couldn't use wands or anything. And, you know, the server owner, he was like, oh yeah, let's just use pistons. That sounds like a good idea. And it did work. Though, you know how we got rid of those armor stands? And I'll tell you how we did. Because once we had the chairs in the right positions, we just sat back down in them. And that was it. That's all we did. We just sat back down. Gladly trade. So we just sat back down. I had literally wasted multiple hours of my life on stupider shit than this. And even that felt better I once just, you know, kind of looked at some grass. That was probably more productive than what we were doing, because you know what happened in the process? We deleted a bunch of armor stands that weren't supposed to be deleted. So we had basically made a net loss. And this was all horrible. This was an entire mess all the way through. And it was not good at all. Oh, man, an entire day we had spent messing around with that. We had duplicated some random stuff because we did chunk rollbacks. It was just very weird all around. Oh, that day was very, very weird. And that is why I hate armor stands, alright? This is the reason why I hate armor stands, alright? I have had, like, math that was harder to learn, and I still felt much better about doing that stuff than I was doing this, alright? Doing this hurt me. It was horrible, alright? I have never done anything less productive than that, alright? Horrible. Well, anyway. I think after we've gotten that fixed, I think we should learn a valuable lesson from this. Always ask for help, and always do the simple things first. Think a little bit inside the box before you start thinking outside of the box, alright? Because then you manage to avoid what happened to me. If we had just sat down in those chairs, used pistons and placed things back, maybe found out some way to place those blocks back where they were, the armor stands would have been gone and nobody would have noticed. May this be a tale for you to learn from, and may you never deal with armor stands like I did ever again.